Hey guys!
Alright guys, as promised, we're back to do the second video on this Monday doubleheader, and perhaps as you figured it out, this is a Patreon request from this patron right here. Asked us to check out a band called Illumishade, and the name of the song is World's End. I believe the comments said that, well, you know, I know what people are going to say right now. The comments just popped up there and said exactly what it's all about. Why don't you know? Well, because, you know, it's not like I can see the comment popping up on the screen. Like, you know what I mean? And plus, I put those comments aside and then we do the videos. There's a whole process. There's a whole method to the madness. Do not mess with the criminal minds at work here.
Criminal minds.
Yeah. Putting these videos together. You know what I mean? There's a lot of effort. There's a lot of work that goes into this. He wouldn't know anything about it because he's not involved in it.
Yeah.
He's just here as a...
I'm the eye candy.
Yeah, we already established that. That's already been established.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, but I believe it features a couple of members from LVT, including the lead singer. So, and she's amazing. She's as amazing on record as she is live, because I got the pleasure of seeing the band live last year. And absolutely phenomenal voice, phenomenal presence on stage. So I honestly don't think this is going to go the same route. I highly doubt if this is going to be folk metal. I just don't see it.
No, because you kind of don't
kind of redundant.
Yeah, you kind of don't want to have a side project and do stuff that you already do on your main band.
I think so. Like, if I'm a musician and I have 2 or 3 bands,
I want one of them to at least
one of them has to be different from the other two. Yeah. I don't want all 3 bands sound exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly.
It becomes boring.
If I have a power metal band, I don't want another power metal band.
Exactly. You got to go with grindcore.
No.
Just for shits and giggles. All right, I don't see that happening either. But anyways, it could. So, Illumishade, World's End. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's check this out. don't do this very often, but that, wow. I said it before we started. Her voice is out of this world, magnificent. I was proven right.
And we were also proven right that it's not...
No, it's very different.
It's very different.
But I was expecting that. Like, why would you
make a side project
have another band that sounds exactly the same? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't make any sense. To me, it just seems a little redundant. I mean, normally you want to experience and do something different, a different part of you, of things that you like to do musically. You want to expand on what you're doing already. You don't want to like do a lateral move. You want to do like try something different. That's all. At least that's my perception. Like if I was in her shoes or in anybody's shoes, and I have the choice of being in two different bands.
Or anyone in Finland who's always...
In Finland's a little bit of story because they're all over the place. Those guys, they just want to play. I don't think they have a long-term plan. It's just like short-term plan. I want to play, but to me, it just feels more in terms of you as a musician and how creative you are. You want to expand on that creativity. There's certain things that within LVT you cannot do because you're bounded by that genre. You're bounded by the restrictions that the band has as far as what their sound is concerned.
Yeah.
So because you're bounded by that, you're really limited on certain items and certain things you can do. So by having another band, then you could go down a different path, down a different road, try different things, be creative in a different way that you don't have the same restrictions. To me, it just makes sense. So that was the thought process that I had going in, and turns out I was correct.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, a couple of things I want to say. Before we talk about the song, I just want to say this. If there's another season of Utrecht, because we were talking about Utrecht in the previous video, if there's another season of Utrecht of Bed and Breakfast coming out, they should highly consider casting her for one of the roles. She has that look.
She has the look of
yeah, she has that
a Viking.
Like I wouldn't say a Viking, but she has that siren look. Like like she could definitely be a character in the story, like something like the Queen of Wales or something.
The Queen of Wales. They say Wales.
Wales. Okay, whatever the hell they say. I don't know. Like, but she could be like somebody. Like she has the look. If somebody from the show is watching this, I doubt it. But they're looking at casting because
we give a lot of publicity to
Utrecht of Bed and Breakfast.
But I don't think they need publicity.
I don't think they need publicity, and I don't think they watch our channel. So this is not going anywhere. But having said that, every season they seem to bring a female character. Well, every season one dies, so in every season they bring a new one in.
The reason why is Utrecht. Yeah.
So they bring a new one in, and I think that she would be perfect to be casted into that show.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect. All right, now that we got
always trying to replace the ones Utrecht kills.
Yeah, we got to replace it with somebody new. So anyway, now that we got that out of the way, what are... I'm even having a hard time putting words together. What are your thoughts on this song musically and then obviously the vocals? Because I think you have to address it in both the music side and then the vocals.
Musically, absolutely amazing. The guitar player, he...
Finger licking good.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Really?
Yeah.
Amazing from him because... The solo.
Yeah, the solo was really good. And how he led into the solo was really good too. Because you kind of got a feeling that something was coming, but honestly, I didn't know exactly what it was going to be. I just have a feeling the way the song was going, there's something brewing. There's this crescendo to the track.
Brewing.
Yeah. So there's this crescendo to the track, and you kind of feel like something is about to happen. So the solo was really magnificent.
Yeah.
I also like the keyboard melody that the track has. And after the solo, you kind of got a little bit of a stretched out melody.
It kind of came more into the forefront.
Yeah, it became more noticeable. There's a part at the beginning of the track that you really notice it, but then it kind of
falls into the background, and then it comes out after the solo.
After the solo, it comes back out again. It's always there, but it kind of hides itself throughout the track. Comes back after the solo.
The guitar and everything.
Because the guitar, to be honest with you, has a lot of bite. It has a bite to it. Definitely.
Especially because her vocals are so light, but you could still hear the heaviness of the guitar in the background.
And I think a lot of it comes because of the way her vocals sound like. The lightness
with a bite to it.
Yeah, the brightness and the lightness that her voice has needs something to counterbalance it. It needs something to bring that a little bit down. So if you have a different vocalist on the track, perhaps the guitars don't sound as heavy. Even though they are heavy, but they don't sound as heavy. But because her voice is so angelic, the guitars sound 10 times heavier. You know what I mean? So I like that dynamic. And now that since we're talking about her voice, Well, what are your thoughts? I thought she was magnificent.
Absolutely amazing. Just, I don't know what to say. I mean,
she is incredible. I mean, like to me, she has just like an outstanding voice, and there's a part there after the solo when she goes on this just almost like by herself, just her voice,
which they also did after, like at the end of the song.
Yeah, it's just I was like, oh, the song needs more of that.
Yeah.
Like I wish it had maybe before. I think you could find it because it was almost at the end, wasn't it? Almost at the end.
It was at the end.
So to me, I think you could find perhaps another place for it to become a little bit more predominant, almost as a bridge in the middle to bridge the two parts of the track. Because I thought that piece there was just so good because you could really hear it. It's all about her.
There's nothing muffling. It's like her on a pedestal. There's nothing muffling it up.
Exactly. She's above everything else, and all your attention is on her voice.
Yeah.
And I think it's magnificent. It just, in my opinion, it even needed to be enhanced a little bit more. Maybe make it a little bit longer. Maybe put it towards the middle of the track. Maybe I don't know if at the middle of the track would work with the dynamic that the song has. But her voice is just outstanding in the verses, in the chorus. It's so melodic. It's so beautiful. She has such a great delivery. Just I absolutely love her voice. Really, like one of my favorite female vocalists in the world of metal.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say in the world of music because I don't listen to much outside of metal. So in the world of metal. So that was great.
Yeah.
Great request. All right, guys. Thank you very much for the request. We will be back tomorrow with more videos. All right. So take care. See you guys.
See ya.